We all love animals, cats, dogs are the cutest. But when it comes to animals in general, they are far more than being innocent and cute. Here are the top 10 animals that scare us the most, coming in number 1. Spiders. Does the sight of a spider cause you to run from the room? Do you feel panicked at the very thought of an animal encounter? If so, you might be one of the many Americans, 6%, according to anxiety expert Dr. Martin Antony, who have an animal phobia. Whether these fears stem from urban legends or real-life encounters, it's normal to be scared of wild animals that could cause you physical harm. But do some animals get a bad reputation, thanks to tall tales or out-and-out myths about them that just won't go away? Keep watching to find out which animals are most likely to give us the heebie-jeebies, which of those are actually worthy of our fear and respect, and what you should do if you encounter your worst animal nightmare. Number 2. Alligators. With a scaly body, menacing glare and powerful chops, the American alligator is one of the most feared animals on the planet. According to the Smithsonian National Zoo, these reptiles grow up to 11 feet (3.3 meters) long on average and weigh up to 450 pounds (204 kilograms), with some males reaching a staggering 1,000 pounds (453 kilograms). A gator's tail can pack a wallop and is capable of breaking bones with just one swing, but the animal's real strength lies in its jaws. Most alligators have anywhere from 74 to 80 teeth in their mouths, but it's actually the powerful clamp an alligator delivers to its prey that does the most damage. Experts suggest the best hope for getting a gator to loosen its grip is to punch it in the eyes, nose or ears. Gators are normally indigenous to the southeastern coastline, with the greatest population living in Florida, but that's all changing thanks to irresponsible pet owners who purchase the animals as babies and then release them once they get too big to care for. Gator sightings are on the rise in urban areas like New York City, and it's entirely possible one could end up in your own backyard, too. You should never accept an alligator as a pet, and since this armor-skinned gourmand will eat just about anything, never feed one, or it may lose its fear of people and return for seconds. Number 3. Coyotes. Coyotes have long been considered public enemy no. 1 to livestock and small pets. Cousin to the gray wolf, these medium-sized, jackal-like creatures are agile animals, capable of running at speeds up to 43 miles (69 kilometers per hour) and jumping up to 13 feet (4 meters). According to the Humane Society of the United States (HSUS), coyotes have been living near people for decades due to new communities encroaching on their habitats. Despite the close living quarters, they are mostly private animals that prefer to remain undetected, unless there is food nearby. Though coyotes historically have stolen livestock under a cloak of darkness, their urban descendants seem to be more brazen as they assimilate to life with humans. More than 300 coyotes have been collared for tracking purposes in Chicago, and occasional reports of a coyote attack, like the one on singer Jessica Simpson's Maltipoo in 2009, remind us that these animals aren't to be trifled with. HSUS says the best way to keep coyotes out of your space is to remove any possible food and water sources. If you live in an area with a known coyote population, keep your small pet on a leash at all times. Don't ever feed coyotes, and if you see one, HSUS recommends causing a loud commotion to scare the coyote away. Number 4. The American black bear. The American black bear is the smallest of the bears living in North America, but its big paws can still pack a punch. This beast can weigh anywhere from a svelte 125 pounds (68 kilograms) to a mighty 600 pounds (272 kilograms). Its appearance may give off the impression that it's a slow, lumbering creature that roots around in trash cans all day, but this bear can reach speeds up to 35 miles (56 kilometers per hour) and is very dangerous if surprised or provoked. According to the HSUS, more suburban developments are encroaching on bear habitats, making it more likely that you could see a black bear roaming about in your neighborhood. They're really more interested in food than people. To reduce the odds of a bear wandering into your yard, keep all garbage and food stored in secure containers. Should you find yourself face to face with a bear while camping or hiking, do not approach it. The American Bear Association recommends staying calm and slowly backing away from the area. Never try to run or scream, as startling the bear could cause his fight instincts to kick in. Number 5. Pigeon. Ornithophobia is the medical term for bird phobias, but many people without a bona fide phobia still fear the creatures. Alfred Hitchcock's horror film, The Birds, even played into people's penchant to duck for cover when a bird is around. And of all the bird species, pigeons seem to get the worst reputation of them all. Often called rats of the sky, pigeons used to be well respected for their homing abilities and were employed during wars to send messages back and forth between troops and base camp. According to HSUS, Hindu and Islamic nations still love these birds, but the tone is different in the United States, where many consider them flying rodents that spread disease and leave bird droppings everywhere they land. An average pigeon is about 13 inches (32 centimeters) in length and weighs a little less than a pound. This bird is quite adept at living in heavily populated cities and makes its nests in support structures, on building ledges and under bridges. While pigeons and other birds have been known to dive bomb into a person's head on occasion, you should really only be fearful of flying poop. Pigeon droppings do carry fungi that put humans at risk of contracting diseases, such as histoplasmosis. However, the odds of getting a disease from a pigeon are very low, and the few known cases in which that happened involved pigeon pet owners, not random city slickers. Number 6. Sharks. Very few words will cause a crowd to flee for their lives, but shark is definitely at the top of the list. This sharp-toothed beast has a staggering 3,000 teeth and can grow up to 20 feet (6 meters) long with a weight as heavy as 4,500 pounds (2,041 kilograms), making it the largest predator of the sea. With stats like that, it seems quite logical to be scared of a great white, but according to research conducted at the Florida Museum of Natural History, you're more likely to be struck by lightning than attacked by a shark. For the most part, you should enjoy your next trip to the beach, but just to be safe, consider these tips from the Discovery Channel. To avoid becoming a shark's next meal, only swim in the ocean during the day. Try not to splash too much and pay attention to your surroundings. If a shark attack recently happened where you're vacationing, don't swim in that water, as sharks are likely to return to the same spot in hopes of another bite. When in doubt, ask a lifeguard if it's safe to go out. Hope you enjoyed this list. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more top lists videos.